Yeah, so I'm just going over a lot of the characters I use. So with Ito here, you can just use the simple artifact, uh, the defense artifact, and Goro too. Goro, I use the energy recharge and the Hust of Dreams to increase defense. And Zhongli, I use the HP one. You can always Google the stuff. So this one here. Uh, and yeah, the weapon sometimes doesn't matter, but it's always good if you were to choose a weapon, especially if you don't make sure it's a defense weapon. And Xiangling, you can do anything with her. To be honest, Xiangling's really good. As long as you have a Constellation 6 Xiangling, you should be good. This is my Constellation 1. Make sure you have like that wind artifact on him that increases wind artifact by his energy by 15%. He's pretty simple. Just make sure you have the energy recharge. Energy recharge. Any stat will do. It doesn't matter. And for Bazu, just choose anything with Obless. So basically, every time he uses ultimate, increases everybody. I chose her instead of Strugo because I think she's much more effective on creating a constant electro charge. But you can use the Gilded Dream with hers. So yeah, let's go into the Spiral Abyss. I normally do the Spiral Abyss from 9 to 11 because I think that's like the easy floor. Once you get to floor 12, you probably have to use like top tier weapons, even potentially 5 stars. So, but if you don't have those 5-star gear or you haven't rolled for it, try to substitute it for other. But I can't guarantee you that you will 5, 6 star or completely complete floor 12 because floor 12 is pretty tough, even for me. And like I've been playing for a while. Other players recommend you, get certain characters, but for me, I play Genshin not for the characters. I play Genshin basically for like characters that I enjoy playing, and I think the easiest way to get cryo gems is just to play for 9 to 11. Don't push yourself if you don't want to play for 12. For 12 is like really extreme players that actually like probably paid. Most of them are already paid players, and if they aren't, they probably will start paying because floor 12 is really extreme. You'll need 5-star weapons. So very simple here. What I did is just basically activate the Electro, Hydro, and then use Wind. And once in a while, I'll throw in Bazu in case if any of my teams are low. But just make sure you use the Wind. So, group them as much as you can. If you see a bunch of them together, group them. And yeah, this floor is pretty easy. Just make sure you group them and use your ability at once. My second team is a little bit more tough because it's Ito and he's a single target. Well, he's not single target, but he doesn't create a lot of reaction. So I brought Xiangling in just to throw in some damage. Zhongli to kind of just provide the shield, and Ito just go out on town with him. I normally just swings like 2 or 4 hits with Ito until he does his hit, but sometimes I just like to swing randomly. Not any direction. As long as you have Ito's ultimate, just use it. Whenever you have Ito's ultimate, just use it. But this is my team that I chose. I like this team, to be honest. Obviously, there's more powerful teams, but to be honest, I don't want to start grinding other characters, especially when I like this team. Even though they don't do that much damage, they still get the job done. And Ito looks pretty sick. Like, he's one of the, badass looking characters, and especially when you have these trios, they're just like the Geo God combination. And I like Geo, even though it's really bad for elemental reaction, especially those enemies, especially those chief guys with the thick armors. I try not to go with those guys, but if I do, I just constantly smash Geo damage. Anyways, back to this team. Yeah, pretty simple round. Just activate Hydro, Electro, win, and then uh, what I like to do is that during my cooldown, I like to spam Bazu's Dendro damage, uh, just to make sure the other team's cooldown. And it's a pretty straightforward, team. I normally don't even, at this point, for 9 and 11, I don't even bother changing my team combination. I'm pretty sure my team combination could give me all stars. It's just that floor 12 is a little difficult, and I don't want to stress myself out to do floor 12 just for the extra 150 crowd gem, especially when I already have my team. Like, my team right now could basically beat any Archon quest team or any quest in the game. So doing floor 12 is just overkill for me. I have enough primo gem to buy almost what characters I like, so I just play it for fun now. Yep, so just grouping all the characters together. Floor 11 will get a little bit more difficult, so yeah, I like to fast forward this a little bit more because like it's pretty straightforward. Like this team could pretty much do it. So I'm gonna skip it a little bit ahead, to speed things up. Yep. Floor 11 gets a little bit more difficult, but floor 10, 9 is pretty simple. So I'm just gonna skip forward. If you want more tips and details, make sure you just level them up. Like if you like a character, make sure they create a good team comp. Like always look at the team comp. There's a lot of sources online to look at team comps in order to do this. But for me, this is just a simple 30-minute run based on my team stats. So I'm gonna skip to floor 10. So right now, floor 10 is basically the same. Just group them up. Make sure you have the right team combination. Yeah. Yeah, at this point, Spiral, Abyss, floor 9 and 11 is pretty simple. So just whenever you see ultimate, whenever you see the energy recharge, if you have the right artifact, you'll create the right team. And make sure you create compatibility with the team. So moving forward, I'm going to skip to floor 11. Floor 11 does get a little bit more difficult, so yeah, so I'm running the same team comp again. I'm not really concerned about like enemies not, life points going down or whatever going down. At this point, just make sure that, especially with these defense mission, keep the enemies away. Like I noticed like any enemies that's, if I see 2 at a time, make sure I take 2 at a time. I know the other ones over there constantly attacking the towers, but right now I'm just worried about doing a lot of damage and making sure I take these out as soon as possible. So once I got these 2 out, I come to this guy, make sure I provide Electro. I know I didn't provide Electro, but now, yeah, I remember that I need to provide Electro, and just spam him, get his HP down. These defense ones are really tough. Make sure you have the right weapons on them. Like if you were to play a character, just make sure you level it up. Take your time to level it up. Spiral Bits is not going anywhere. It'll always come back. And at the end of the day, it's about playing the characters you like. There are some trends happening, obviously, but like I play this game because I want to play characters I like. I roll for characters I think are good, and I try to create team comps around that one. Yeah, so it's at 85. It's getting a little risky. I know the next round gets a little bit more riskier because the Geo team, they don't do that much reaction, but I try to just avoid them coming near it. I know this week, like I really don't like mine anymore because I know my team could do it. They've been doing it consecutively for the last 2 or 3 Spiral Abyss. So, and this one is not different from the last one. I think this is, they haven't changed it yet, the rotation. So I'm pretty sure this team could give me my stars. Yeah, so you see that guy coming there. I made sure I use Xiangling's ultimate to kind of freeze him. Spam Goro, then Geo, and I think I'm gonna pull Xiangling's in the next one, or maybe I'm saving it for the next round. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just spamming at him. I notice his ultimate's gone, so I'm gonna probably switch soon. Yeah, switch. Xiangling's, yeah, ultimate there. Grab these guys, and you see that that guy's really annoying. Make sure you group them together. You see how they try to charge at the totem. Like if I didn't have such high damaging geos, I would be in trouble. But just smash them once they go there. Hit them up a couple of times, get their reaction. I know I didn't kill them off at a time. This guy's gonna probably recharge, but at this point I really didn't care because he was a single target, and I just made sure that as long as I keep attacking him, he wouldn't go any lower. And plus, I'm at 20% above. I'm 80% only, and it's kind of rare that this guy would actually do a 20% damage to my defense tower. So there you have it, 3 stars. The next one's a little bit more difficult. I know I had a little bit more difficult with this one because the enemy wasn't really grouped together. Especially they had the shield guy. He came out of nowhere, so I took a lot of resource just trying to eliminate this single target here. I know he wasn't gonna go, but I took a lot of time dealing with this guy when I should have focused more on the tree branch guy, because if I focus more on this tree branch guy, the shield mage would have just teleport to me. But to be honest, at this point, I just spammed. I knew I had enough time, or I thought I had enough time, but I think this is 6 minutes. As long as you beat it within 6 minutes, you should get a 3-star. So yeah, but that's what I should have done. I should have targeted the tree instead of the fire mage. So if you had the chance, run over to the other dendro guy and eliminate him, and then the shield mage would eventually come to you. And this one's really annoying. I know this guy's really annoying. He's so annoying. He's like the new type of enemy. I'm taking a lot of resource just focusing damage on him. But I don't see any other enemy around, so I think I have to eliminate him before moving on to the other enemy. So yeah, I just took a lot of resource taking him on. And then the last couple was like a bunch of shield mage, which was really annoying. Because like you have literally 1 minute to kind of, yeah, three mages. It's really annoying. I just made sure that I spam as much elemental effect I can on them to make sure that they are removed from the field. So I'm just taking my time. Yeah. So basically, lucky I had the Geo team, because otherwise I would have probably lost the score, because I literally have 1 minute and 30 seconds to beat the next round because of these guys. They're constant shield and it's really annoying. So yeah, side 2. This one was really simple. There were just 3 of those big guys. As long as you attack one of them, the rest will group. So it's very simple. Yeah, I made sure I activate the field. And then I would have the Pyro Tornado, Xiangling's Shield, Goro's Thing, and Ito's just go to town there. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, so do that until all the guys are eliminated. It's pretty close. I remember, look, it's barely, I had like nearly 10 more seconds before I would have lost it. But yeah, I just had the ultimate Goro, and yeah, literally 8 seconds left. That one was really tight timeline. The last one's much more simpler. Um, Enemies didn't do much, to be honest. The first guy was really easy. That's like one mage. Yeah, no, there's two mage, but like I had the elemental team on my side, so I just made sure I spammed it and made sure my team was, healthy and alive. So as you can see, hydro element, then dendro, and then yeah, dendro anytime the cooldown, and then just spam it. This one's pretty simple. Like I probably beat these guys like under 1 minute. Yeah, so dendro. My team was almost down. You can see like they were doing heavy damage to my team at one point, and I know I had to heal because I think I didn't put up my water shield, so therefore I think they did. Yeah, they did a lot of damage there for some reason. That especially that ice guy, really annoying. But lucky I had Bazu. I knew my enemy was down, so I just spammed him, make sure the other guys had a little bit more HP, and he was done. Yeah, just make sure I spammed a lot of elemental there. Build my characters. Yeah, so not much change. As I mentioned, I think this was the same rotation as last week. And these guys are very simple. Like, Ito basically goes to town with these guys. Spiral Tornado. Ultimate. Squirrel. Just once attack twice, and then just, yep, use his ultimate and just go to town. They do at least like 30,000 on them, so it's pretty simple. And next girl, freeze them, Chungling, shield, critical hit, and Ito. And I have like literally 1 minute to spare. Yeah. I don't know why the constant frame is cutting. I have no idea. I'm recording it, I'm not streaming it, but it's constantly cutting off. So maybe, I don't know, it's maybe my OBS. But anyways, yeah, that's basically it. And after you finish that, floor 9 to 11, you can claim it. I'd probably do floor 12 separately, because to be honest, right now at this current state, I can only get 3-star. And like, if you guys want to see it, let me know. But otherwise, I'm just gonna finish off screen. I like floor 12 is not even worth it, to be honest. I can get 3-star. I'm just losing out 100 primo gem, not that much. Like you can get that like within 2 or 3 days of doing your commission. So yeah, make sure you claim your battle pass and enjoy the rest of your day.